This is the Sprinter Mom with Lashes On podcast.
Okay, so one of the things about Andrea, we went to college together.
Yes, ma'am.
Been friends for a long time.
Mhm.
And she moved in with me 2004, right?
Yes.
2003, 2004.
Because we went to college in 2002.
So it was our sophomore year.
Yep.
But the second half of sophomore year.
Yes,
So
second
we
half.
were getting to know each other.
Yep.
And actually,
Fresh
I would say
friends,
this.
Fresh friends.
I would say this before you tell any stories, that Andrea set me up with this guy. His name was Jake. And I'm going to say his name because I don't
Jake.
care and he's long gone.
Yes, he's long gone.
So she was like, oh, he's cute and blah, blah, blah. And he was like very, he was very good looking. He kind of reminded me of like a Blink-182 person or like kind of skater-esque.
You know what's funny? He reminded me of Justin Timberlake back in the day.
Really?
That's what.
So see, he was really good looking.
He was good looking.
And he turned out to be a scumbag.
Such a scumbag.
Such a scumbag.
But that is not the story.
So that is not the story. So Andrea moves in with my friends.
Yep. I'm moving next.
We're in suite mates.
Suite mates. Yeah. You're on one side. I'm on the other with the bathroom in the middle. So yeah. So I had been dating my husband already for a year. And so he's moving me in and we're in your room. I don't know how I ended up over on your side.
Because you're chatty and talkative and
of course,
like always around people.
Yeah, of course not. And you were dating someone at the time. And I saw his picture on your wall and Chris started nudging me. And I was like, shut up, shut up, shut up. And he's like, you have to say something. And then I was like, hey, Sarah, like, how do you know Andrew? Sorry, we're saying your name.
Andrew.
We're saying your name. And you were like, that's my boyfriend. And I was like, wait, what? And then I started asking you a ton of questions.
Like when did you start dating? How did you get to know him? Because we met freshman year.
Yeah. And like beginning of freshman year, right?
Yeah, we met beginning of freshman year because it was in McConnell in the dorms and his friends were on like a different level.
Lord help me. And so I stopped and you knew something was going on because I was getting really nervous. So you start asking me more questions like, well, how do you know him?
Yeah.
And I got really nervous because I was like, oh my God, like I just moved in. She's going to kick me out. Like we're new friends. And Chris kept hitting me because he knew about Andrew. He didn't like Andrew. And I said, I dated Andrew. And you were like, when? And I was like, November till like Chris found out. You were like, what?
Wait,
And
you weren't with Chris at the time, were you?
yes. Sorry, Mom.
Wow.
But
it was just like dating.
Andrew?
No, like Chris, was he your boyfriend?
He was my boyfriend.
Oh my goodness.
We'll talk about that another time.
Okay.
But let's focus on Andrew. So I met Andrew and Andrew was fun. Andrew was the fun guy that I got to have fun with. I was having fun. So I had lots of funs. He was just one. And he never shared, like we were not exclusive. It was like, we'll date, we'll kiss, that's it. We'll go dancing. But then it became, when I realized, oh crap, like you've dated him too. We started talking and he was really strategic with us.
Yeah.
Like, come New Year's, he was with you on Mill Avenue. He left by midnight to come to me at the house party. And he would
literally in Phoenix. He wasn't even from Phoenix. He was from Page.
From Phoenix.
We're throwing you out under the bus, Andrew.
You find us.
He was from
Look at us now.
Page. He was from Page, but it was in Flagstaff and like came to see, like I thought it was special because I was like, I'm in Tempe. Like my boyfriend's coming to see me. We're going out for New Year's.
And then
he left and went and saw you. And he was my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And you had a boyfriend.
Not yet. Chris wasn't in the picture yet.
Oh,
so we were just fun dating. He knew I just wanted to have fun. I didn't want anything serious. So that's probably why he kept me around because I was fun friend.
Yeah.
With benefits. And so it was more like that. And so, yeah, then New Year came and I met Chris, but I was still seeing Andrew. And then he's Andrew, you were a jerk because you literally were doing what you did to her. I was doing, and you called me out. So we were at the Union in the middle of NEU where the coffee shop was.
Yeah.
And I'm with Chris and he walks in and was like, hey, so are we still on for tonight? In front of Chris.
Oh.
And that's how Chris found out about Andrew.
Oh.
And then he made me choose. And of course I chose Chris.
Chris made you choose.
He made me choose.
That's so sweet. I'm so sorry I didn't choose you, Andrew.
So then we moved in. Thank God you weren't heartbroken with me, but you broke up with him.
He even invited me to like his family house. I invited him over to meet my parents. My mom always thought he was so nice because he is. He's very nice.
He's very nice. He was fun. Great dancer too. But then we really started digging into it. Like, he had a house party. Biggie, remember Biggie?
Yes.
Would sneak
Loved
you
Biggie
out,
parties.
sneak me in.
Yeah.
I remember seeing you.
So we would go to the same place, but at different times because of how they planned it.
But I remember one time with my friends seeing you and thinking, wow, she's a cute blonde.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And you were walking out and I was walking in. But what's so funny, so you broke up with him year later.
Yeah, because we dated for a while.
We are at
We did it
Safeway
twice.
shopping for groceries.
Yes.
We had been roommates at this point. You had
Yes.
moved on. And Biggie comes around the corner and he stops and just starts laughing.
Because we were together.
We were together.
We were
and
friends.
Andrew was in the building and he didn't know that we had become best friends. And he's like in the car, he's like, I'm so not moving. And we're like, is he here? And he's like, yeah. And he came around the corner and you were like, look, we're best friends. Who would have thought? And he was so red.
I know. So red.
So it's always a joke with our parents because we will tease our moms and be like, we kissed the same boy.
Yeah, we did.
And
Not at the same time.
Not at the same time.
Well, during the same time period.
But not at directly the same time.
No.
And our parents always thought it was one of our husbands. And we laugh and we say, no, it's just this boy. And I hope you hear this.
I hope you hear
Do
this,
this.
Andrew.
Look, 20 years later, we are still friends laughing about you. And that is the story that Sarah and I have kissed the same boy.
Yep.
You're welcome.
And girls over,
Girls over bros?
No.
No. What is the same?
Well, I think it's bros over hoes,
but I don't like
chicks over dicks. Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We just did.
Yay, Andrea.
Thanks for joining us today for the Sprinter Mom with Lashes On podcast. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a review. We'll see you next week.